My name is Alexi Milliken. I go by Lexi. I am originally from Jackson and I attend Michigan State University. I started competing in pageants in 2019. I was Miss Jackson Crossroads. It's something I never expected to get into. My mom actually bullied me into it because I needed money for college. I needed scholarships, and a family friend proposed that I do a scholarship program, i.e. a pageant within the Miss America system. I didn't expect to win. I didn't have any kind of coaching or formal training in pageantry, which is something that is fairly common. I just went in with everything I had. I wore my homecoming dress and I wore my prom dress, and I didn't spend any money, and somehow I did walk away with the title and the crown, and I was able to get a scholarship. This past year was my first time at Miss Michigan, and it was something that I had put a lot of work into. With COVID, we had to bump up the Miss Michigan competition by a year, so I actually had been preparing for it at this time 2 years. So put a lot of work into it, a lot of time and a lot of patience, and this was when it was all kind of coming to fruition. And I was, obviously dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome, like how can I measure up to these girls who've put like hundreds of thousands of dollars, some of them a decade of preparation. How can I compare to them in this competition? And it was really a defining moment for me because I actually was able to make top 10 my first year, and that was a really big accomplishment for me. And the singular moment that was the happiest was kind of the celebration right after it happened, because my 3 really good friends who are going to be, in my wedding, I love them to death, that I've made through this competition. They looked at me, they started crying. We really weren't supposed to touch because of COVID, so that wasn't good, but they couldn't help themselves. So they came, they hugged me, we were all crying, and in that moment I felt like so supported in a way that I don't think I've felt in a very long time. And just kind of that outpouring of emotion of knowing these people are here for me, they're there for me, and they are so excited by what I have to offer. It was a really beautiful feeling, and in times where I feel less than, I absolutely turn to that moment and think, no, there are people who are there for me. There are people who are behind the scenes rallying for me all the time.